Annihilation of Caste, with a reply to Mahatma Gandhi. For it is a pity that caste even today has its defenders. The defenses are many. It is defended on the ground that the caste system is but another name for division of labor, and if division of labor is a necessary feature of every civilized society, then it is argued that there is nothing wrong in the caste system. Now the first thing is to be urged against this view is that caste system is not merely division of labor. It is also a division of laborers. Civilized society undoubtedly needs division of labor, but in no civilized society is division of labor accompanied by this unnatural division of laborers into watertight compartments. Caste system is not merely a division of laborers, which is quite different from division of labor. It is an hierarchy in which the divisions of laborers are graded one above the other. In no other country is the division of labor accompanied by this gradation of laborers. There is also a third point of criticism against this view of the caste system. This division of labor is not spontaneous. It is not based on natural aptitudes. Social and individual efficiency requires us to develop the capacity of an individual to the point of competency to choose and to make his own career. This principle is violated in the caste system insofar as it involves an attempt to appoint tasks to individuals in advance, selected not on the basis of trained original capacities, but on that of the social status of the parents. Looked at from another point of view, the stratification of occupations which is a result of the caste system is positively pernicious. Industry is never static. It undergoes rapid and abrupt changes. With such changes, an individual must be free to change his occupation. Without such freedom to adjust himself to changing circumstances, it would be impossible for him to gain his livelihood. Now the caste system will not allow Hindus to take to occupations where they are wanted if they do not belong to them by heredity. If a Hindu is seen to starve rather than take to new occupations not assigned to his caste, the reason is to be found in the caste system. By not permitting readjustment of occupations, caste becomes a direct cause of much of the unemployment we see in the country. As a form of division of labor, the caste system suffers from another serious defect. The division of labor brought about by the caste system is not a division based on choice. Individual sentiment, individual preference has no place in it. It is based on the dogma of predestination. Considerations of social efficiency would compel us to recognize that the greatest evil in the industrial system is not so much poverty and the suffering that it involves as the fact that so many persons have callings which make no appeal to those who are engaged in them. Such callings constantly provoke one to aversion, ill will, and a desire to evade. There are many occupations in India which, on account of the fact that they are regarded as degraded by the Hindus, provoke those who are engaged in them to aversion. There is a constant desire to evade and escape from such occupations which arises solely because of the blighting effect which they produce upon those who follow them owing to the slight and stigma cast upon them by the Hindu religion. What efficiency can there be in a system under which neither men's hearts nor their minds are in their work? As an economic organization, caste is therefore a harmful institution, inasmuch as it involves the subordination of man's natural powers and inclinations to the exigencies of social rules. 5. Some have dug a biological trench in defense of the caste system. It is said that the object of caste was to preserve purity of race and purity of blood. Now ethnologists are of opinion that men of pure race exist nowhere and that there has been a mixture of all races in all parts of the world. Especially is this the case with the people of India. Mr. D.R. Dhammankur in his paper on foreign elements in the Hindu population has stated that there is hardly a class or caste in India which is not a foreign strain in it. There is an admixture of alien blood not only among the warrior classes, the Rajput and the Marathas, but also among the Brahmins who are under the happy delusion that they are free from all foreign elements. The caste system cannot be said to have grown as a means of preventing the admixture of races or as a means of maintaining purity of blood. As a matter of fact, caste system came into being long after the different races of India had commingled in blood and culture. To hold that distinctions of caste or really distinctions of race and to treat different castes as though there were so many different races is a gross perversion of facts. What racial affinity is there between the Brahmin of the Punjab and the Brahmin of Madras? What racial affinity is there between the untouchable of Bengal and the untouchable of Madras? What racial difference is there between the Brahmin of the Punjab and the Jamar of the Punjab? What racial difference is there between the Brahmin of Madras and the Pai of Madras? The Brahmin of the Punjab is racially of the same stock as the Jamar of the Punjab, and the Brahmin of Madras is of the same race as the Pai of Madras. Caste system does not demarcate racial division. Caste system is a social division of people of the same race. Assuming it, however, to be a case of racial divisions, one may ask, what harm could there be if a mixture of races and of blood was permitted to take place in India by intermarriages between different castes? Men are no doubt divided from animals by so deep a distinction that science recognizes men and animals as two distinct species. But even scientists who believe in purity of races do not assert that the different races constitute different species of men. They are only varieties of one and the same species. As such, they can interbreed and produce an offspring which is capable of breeding and which is not sterile. An immense lot of nonsense is talked about heredity and eugenics in defense of the caste system. Few would object to the caste system if it was in accord with the basic principle of eugenics, because few can object to the improvement of the race by judicious noting. But one fails to understand how the caste system secures judicious mating. Caste system is a negative thing. It merely prohibits persons belonging to different castes from intermarrying. It is not a positive method of selecting which two among a given caste should marry. If caste is eugenic in origin, then the origin of subcaste must also be eugenic. But can anyone seriously maintain that the origin of subcaste is eugenic? I think it would be absurd to contend for such a proposition, and for a very obvious reason. If caste means race, then differences of sub-caste cannot mean differences of race, because subcaste become hypothesia subdivisions of one and the same race. Consequently, the bar against intermarrying and interdining between subcastes cannot be for the purpose of maintaining purity of race or of blood. If subcaste cannot be eugenic in origin, there cannot be any substance in the contention that caste is eugenic in origin. Again, if caste is eugenic in origin, one can understand the bar against intermarriage. But what is the purpose of the interdict placed on interdining between castes and subcastes alike? Interdining cannot infect blood, and therefore cannot be the cause either of the improvement or of deterioration of the race. This shows that caste has no scientific origin, and that those who are attempting to give it an eugenic basis are trying to support by science what is grossly unscientific. Even today, eugenics cannot become a practical possibility unless we have definite knowledge regarding the laws of heredity. Professor Bateson, in his Mendel's Principles of Heredity, says There is nothing in the descent of the higher mental qualities to suggest that they follow any single system of transmission. It is likely that both they and the more marked developments of physical powers result rather from the coincidence of numerous factors than from the possession of any one genetic element. To argue that the caste system was eugenic in its conception is to attribute to the forefathers of present-day Hindus a knowledge of heredity which even the modern scientists do not possess. A tree should be judged by the fruits it yields. If caste is eugenic, what sort of a race of men it should have produced? Physically speaking, the Hindus are a C3 people. They are a race of pygmies and dwarfs, stunted in stature and wanting in stamina. It is a nation, 9/1 of which is declared to be unfit for military service. This shows that the caste system does not embody the eugenics of modern scientists. It is a social system which embodies the arrogance and selfishness of a perverse section of the Hindus who were superior enough in social status to set it in fashion and who had authority to force it on their inferiors.